Jey Uso. Guys, we gotta talk. February 1st, Jey Uso eliminates John Cena and becomes the 2025 Royal Rumble winner. Now, prior to this, I don't remember ever hearing a single word of Jey Uso criticism. As far as I remembered, for over a year at this point, the Yeet train had picked up steam. Remember how they had to blur it out a little for legal reasons? December 2023, by the way. And once that hype got going, it was over from there. This man became one of the top merch sellers and the star of an entrance that would become a defining and iconic piece of WWE in nearly all of 2024. That was when we really started hearing these relatively strong opinions that were putting under a microscope his promo work, but even more so his in-ring work. I want to talk about those opinions. Before I show you this, I want you to know I think Facebook wrestling pages are a complete joke. Never go there. It's dark. But here are just some posts that I think accurately represent opinions of Jey Uso that oppose my own. No depth, no character work, just 3 moves and a catchphrase that the crowd repeats like sheep. And because WWE sees a hot crowd reaction, they're forcing him into world title matches he has no business being in. Sample number 2, unpopular opinion. The first part will make you lose brain cells, so let's skip it. Jey does not have the wrestling skill set to become the world champion of any promotion. He has the fans behind him. He sells merchandise, but that does not mean he can become a world champion in WWE. Yes, it does. And this is really where the disconnect is for me. The standard that critics are holding him to is one of the typical checklist of what makes a pro wrestler successful. 2 of the highest things on that list being in-ring work and promo skills. But in a business that is at its root based on one word, it's the E in WWE, it's entertainment. There is one metric that stands head and shoulders above all of the rest, including mic work and in-ring ability. One metric, and you might have a different opinion. So I thought we could ask a neutral third party. So let's do it. What is the #1 metric upon which a pro wrestler should be graded on in deserving a title? According to ChatGPT, drawing power. And why? Because wrestling is part sport, part storytelling, but all business. You could be the best in-ring technician in the world, but if you can't fill seats or make people care enough to watch, you're not bringing value to the top spot. Drawing power, crowd reaction, merchandise sales, a classic case of don't hate the player, hate the game. The connection with the audience that this man has built has not been off the back of a one-word catchphrase. It's been off the back of a 15-year career that evolved over time and that eventually saw Jey Uso play an enormous piece of a generational long-term storyline, and that soon after that saw him overcome the shadow of his family and then rise up as a bigger single star than most others who have more polished in-ring and promo work. That's the fan base connecting with something bigger than just talent. It's fans connecting with his real heart and with his real dedication that he displayed throughout years, and him earning that connection with us is more than worthy of a WrestleMania shot at becoming the champion of a company whose initials read World Wrestling Entertainment.